panel discussion about some dope shit, man. So go check out the work. We got new pieces. You know, we got some old gems and shit, man. But yeah, we just gonna vibe out, you know. And I'm here with my bro. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. But y'all stay tuned.
Part of our Creative Resistance series. The Raleigh Futures Lab is a speculative design and research collective that explores possible futures grounded in Afro and Indigenous futurism, climate justice, ecofeminism, and the intersections of technology, culture, and society. So this series is really seeking to dive into the ways that creative expression, identity, and resistance intersect. And we are so honored to have everybody today when I call your name, and community writer. He is he's a full-time mixed media artist from Bronx, New York. He's currently based in Philadelphia. He specializes in raw expressionism, channeling raw emotion and thought on canvas. He's been painting since he was very young and has been consistent in self-expression since about 2015. Graffiti has been a huge part of his evolution as an artist, and allowing that raw expression to channel through his art has always been vital and key for his creating. Self-expression has also changed his life. It's a big part of the reason that he teaches the importance of self-expression through art. And as an artist, he focuses on inspiration, breaking barriers, and being a doorway to honest communication with himself. It's through art and self-expression where we are capable of connecting with our individuality. That's really beautiful. It's just a sound to that.
I mean, all right, the question is, how do you present? Yeah, I mean, it's really just like my personal life experiences that go through my work. Like for me, I do a lot of like abstract, freestyle in the moment type of stuff. So I'm usually going based off like my emotions, you know what I mean, how I'm feeling in the moment. So I may have like a bad week or a good week, but for me, it's just like really just channeling that energy of my personal experiences and also the experiences of people that are in my close circle onto canvas. So yeah, that's that.
It's got a slideshow. Being a big part of like the struggle for liberation, being a big part of how you identify in the world and how that shows up in your work. Just with the, you said this was the Don't Shoot series. Beautiful.
So with the Don't Shoot series, my family, you know, African American, Puerto Rican, Colombian, and a little bit of everything. I use my nephews and my son-in-law as the subject matters, and the target that I put on them basically symbolizes the target that racist people see when they look at us as people of color. It still symbolizes the struggles that we go through every day in life as a person of color, because we're still not completely free. So that's what that symbolizes.
Yeah.
For sure.
The next question, as an artist, how do you understand your role in creating social change?
Understanding my role with social change. You know, I really like focus on like the liberation. So yeah, like I just focus on like the liberation of oneself. You know, like I think, you know, for me, my artwork is a mirror to my personal and like internal like experiences and stuff. So with my art, you know, my goal is to always, you know, paint a raw picture of how we feel on the inside. You know what I mean? So, like you mentioned in the bio, it's, you know, I try to teach the importance of self-expression. And a lot of people have a problem, or they don't know how to express themselves. You know what I mean? Some people don't know how to express themselves with the person next to them. You know, so my whole goal is to be that bridge, or I guess like that doorway for somebody to feel comfortable enough to express who they truly are. And I think through that, it'll be like a you know, a chain reaction of other things kind of unlocking into oneself, you know what I mean? So when it comes to social change, I think it starts with the individual first, you know what I mean? Like I think, you know, once we all know who we are on the inside, then we can all know that our opinion of reigns more in truth, you get what I'm saying? So we're not just like driven by our emotions, we're actually like understanding the direction we're going towards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my direction.
Person not afraid per se, but subconscious about, like the reaction people are going to have on a piece. A lot of times, I do a piece and I show it to my kids and like, oh mom, that makes me feel, I'm feeling like a negative feeling, which I think is great, But again, I'm like, probably, and a lot of stuff I haven't shown, like a guy yelling and things like that. How do you cope with that, or what do you do about that?
And I think it's just about like doing it anyway. Someone had said to me recently, a friend I was talking to, I was telling him, I was like, this piece or this series that I've been working on, I really feel like it deserves to be in a gallery. I want to start applying in galleries. I've never done anything like that before. And I just am terrified that I'm gonna present my work to these like serious institutions and they're gonna be like, go somewhere, little girl, bye. Okay, you're cute or whatever, but like, it is not gallery work, okay? Please adjust your standards. But I feel like I've also been seeing a lot of stuff recently, and I feel like everything is brought to me in divine timing, and so my social media feed has basically just been like, be delusional. The worst advice you can ever take is to be realistic. As long as you feel good about your work, if you feel passionate, if you feel like it's good, then like submit it, audition, put it forward. Like the worst thing, my dad always says that to me, the worst they can tell you is no. And no is daunting, however, do it anyway. Like, what do they say? Courage is acting and being afraid but doing it anyway. So do it. And then your first part of your question I wanted to address as well, because it brings me back to my models meditation series that I need to be more diligent about because I have more things to write. But yeah, it just has been a process for me, and I like the word meditation a lot because it's an active practice. It's, even though I don't feel like creating today or I don't feel like doing this thing today, I'm going to lose myself in the practice of it. I'm regimented and disciplined in step 1, step 2, step 3. If I take the first step, my body will naturally flow into the other parts because I've practiced it that way. If in meditation, if in just the way that your brain works as far as neural pathways, the more times you follow a line of thought, yet that pathway becomes a deeper groove in your mind. So that's following a negative memory or living in the past, a trauma that you've experienced. It's easier for you to get there every time.
Like you were saying, it's easier to burn out and stuff like that. And for me, like, I do a lot, like my team would tell you, like I'm driving from Charlotte to Raleigh, I'm doing all these shows, and then on top of that, I got a personal life, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take care of my mother and doing all these different things, and it's like, sometimes it's too much, and I just took a 2-month break, you know what I mean? And I just stepped out the other day, I did an event, and I just showcased some of my pieces, and I sold like basically almost everything on my table, so like you were saying, everything in divine timing, can I say that? But everything in divine timing, so like don't overthink it, like don't be so caught up on like, damn, I haven't paid in so long, or like I don't feel so inspired. Like it's okay not to feel inspired, for me, a lot of my inspiration comes from my personal life. So sometimes you have to let life happen. Like you just gotta experience something for you to find that spark again, and I think I struggled with that in the past because I used to wake up every day and just paint, and it felt so good, but then that was at times when it's like, I just don't even, it felt repetitive, it's like you don't feel it and stuff, and then, so yeah, it's balance, you know what I mean, and through each season of life, requires a new level of balance, so just being like self-aware to adjust and move like water as life is happening with you, you know what I mean, because as artists, it's not a job, I mean, it is a job, but it's not a 9 to 5 where like you have to perform the same thing every day,
right.
Like what art is forever evolving thing, you know. So as you grow and as life changes around you, your art is going to change. So how you process your pain, how you process your inspiration, all that changes. You know, like what you were inspired by last year is not what you're inspired by, you know, last month is not what you're inspired, you know. So there's that, and then I think you were mentioning something about being doubtful, or just
that being afraid to show us work, let's say,
okay,
content.
Right. I mean, and I've dealt with that too, because I've had people say that, you know, my work is chaotic or it's dark or it's negative, and it's like, I got to the point where, it's just honestly, like, I got to the point where it didn't matter to me anymore, you know, because the people that don't agree with what is being produced, not everybody's gonna agree with you, whether that's through art, your opinion, you know what I mean, how you live your life, like, not everybody's gonna agree. So when it came to my art, I just kind of let go of the energy that those people hold. It doesn't even come into my reality. You know, I only accept the people that connect with my work. You know, so when it comes to like, oh man, I don't know if it was something that when you guys, I think it was you were saying something about how sometimes you get the answer of your pieces through somebody else. And I was saying that as well, like, I will make something and yes, I'm dealing with my emotions and it kind of helped me identify with what I was trying to do. But when that person comes along and gravitates to that piece, like, it's just different, you know, it's just different. I knew that it was meant for them.
The
you know
right
what I mean?
audience will find you
Right.
when they need to find you.
Right.
Somebody will say no, but there's always going to be somebody who's going to say yes.
Yes.
That's
Right.
what you have to keep in mind.
Right, so there'll be times where like I don't sell my art for years, you know what I mean? But then there'll be somebody that paid my asking price, no problem, because they felt so deeply about that piece. So don't get discouraged when somebody says, oh, I don't like that piece. You know, I have my friends tell me like, yo, bro, that's not it, you know, but.
That's my mom.
It was more about the reaction that people have. They might feel make them feel very passionately in a negative way.
Right, and that's a good thing too, because, you know, sometimes, I mean, if it's to the point where their action is negative, that's another thing, but for them to feel an emotion, period, is perfect, because some people they're neglecting the negative emotions within themselves, you know, so no matter what comes out, it's positive. So, yeah,
You know, there's a lot of people that run away from emotions in general. So
Yeah.
I've had people in my life be like, oh.
What really stood out to me when you said, you know, you referred to the kids, I think, you know, being in that headspace to just kind of create these moments, like there's like no form of whatever sense of time when you're painting, you know what I mean? You kind of just like lost in your own world, and you really get to sit in the seat to really be like the creator of your own reality for that moment. And I think having the ability to do that and express yourself in that time, it's like meditation, you know what I mean? Like for a split second, you're like away from the everyday routine and stuff like that. So I think being in that space there kind of puts you in it just puts you in a position to think more freely, to understand that, you know, you are not bound to like, you know, society, you're not bound to like your past traumas and things like that. So once you understand that, it kind of just opens up your imagination, but like, you know what, like, tomorrow's a new day, I can start something new, you know what I mean? And with that thought process, is like, the world is yours, anything is possible, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So to piggyback off
I
of
used to rap a lot. I hung that up. He trying to pull me back out there. We used to always try to say I'm full time, but then they never really done anything. That's just what they wanted to do, but nothing really solidified them doing it full time. So I just wanted to know, like, what is full time as being an artist?
I'm a full-time artist. I mean, for me, what solidifies that is just like, I just dedicate all my time and my energy to my craft. You know, that's just what it is. You know, I guess what makes you full-time, I guess, if you want to put this there, is really learning how to monetize that creativity. And then that turns you into a business, and now you have something that you can make money and kind of make a living off of, and that's what solidifies you into that full-time thing. But then at the same time, it's like, I know people that work jobs and still go crazy with the art. You know, I know this guy named Abstract Descent. He's a full-time mural artist, and he kills it. But he does construction full-time, but he still goes in on his art. So it's like, for me, it's different, but for others, I feel like at the core of it is really putting any free time you have into the things that go along with your purpose and the things that you love doing. You know what I mean? Like you're a full-time individual where you're providing for your family and still going out there to make an impact in the world. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I'm not trying to say, because we don't want to knock a 9 to 5. At the end of the day, everybody
Yeah.
has to do what they have to do to make a living, but.
I'm a project manager.
Right.
For part-time throughout the day.
It's just whatever you're passionate about. You know, and it's true you got to balance everything. Like I'm trying to balance out, you know, having a family, teaching during the day. Sometimes I go in at 6:30. I don't get home till 7 in the evening. And then, you know, finding those different outlets and those different opportunities. So searching for opportunities. I know you said, you know, you're rapping and everything else like that. So trying to find different opportunities, different platforms that you can perform at. And whether you get paid or not, you know, is that that thing that you have to do.
I'm gonna be real, like the balance is nice in theory, but like I don't have the balance. Like I spent 13 hours every day in my studio this week working. Like did I go to the gym when I should have? No. Did I meal prep at home? No. But you know, like it comes with time. Like there are times when your balance is sometimes, like you were saying before, like better than others. But like you're gonna put the work in when you need to put the work in, and then there are times where you can ease off on putting the work in. But that's because you put the work in the first place. You know what I mean? So sometimes balance isn't a thing that you can have in that moment. But you're around people. You're around good people who see your vision and know what you want to do. You know what I mean? Then they're gonna be okay with you doing what you need to do to get there.
It'll be 11 o'clock, 2 in the morning. I'll put my little speaker on. I love house music, so I'll put my house music on and I'm working. And it could be 5 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up, get ready to go to work 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I just make, like you said, sacrifice. And I just make it happen because I know that that's what my vision is. And I know that that's what God's purpose is for me. So I'm gonna keep doing my part and let God do his part. And then hopefully it'll all connect.
Right. There you go. Right, all right, so the first part is what you said, it's like, you know, letting out these emotions on canvas, and then through that, you know, you're able to identify what you was feeling. You know, kind of like process what you were feeling. And for me, you know, like growing up, I didn't have like, saying no songs for the radio, you know what I mean? I didn't have like a great childhood. You know, there was a lot that was going on, and as a young child, I didn't know how to express that. You know what I mean? So it came out through anger and like sadness, and you know, there was a lot of rage, which is why like I turned to graffiti, because graffiti was the only way we got to get out the house and like spray paint on the walls and vandalize, and it was like a chance for me to really just get all this frustration out of my system. And that wasn't the outlet anymore. It was like, okay, how do I be more productive with feeling this relieving feeling? You know what I mean? So I think, I guess that's just when I turned to canvas art, and it just became such a spiritual thing for me, because now I started to understand through other people, because I was just kind of like expressing myself however I was feeling, right? And then it was when I was doing art shows and I'm getting feedback, and people are opening up about things that they've been through, you feel me? And then it's like, in terms of them, they say something, it's like I'm reflecting on my own life, and I'm like, man, that was what I was feeling when I was painting that, you know what I mean? Or that's what I went through in the past and stuff. So, yeah, through my own form of self-expression, kind of like just led me on a path of healing. You know what I mean? It kind of really identifying what type of traumas and things that I was suppressing in my subconscious mind. And it just brought it up to the forefront.
Peace, y'all. Thank you for being here.
Backstage, we got Alex. Look, man, we backstage. We just wrapped up the art panel. The panel discussion. It was pretty dope. It was my second time doing a panel discussion, and I was pretty nervous at first, but we got through that nervousness, and now we locked in. Let's put you on the camera and Aaliyah. Give them your Instagram. I do vlogs and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay. My Instagram is Aaliyah Bonnet Studio.
Right.
I'm an artist.
Boom, and she's dope. And she paints on quilts.
I do paint on quilts. Come at me.
Right, check her out. Thank you. Boom. Appreciate you. Thank you. See you. I don't know. Oh, you need some help? You good? Alright, bad. So, yeah, we're here, man. Raleigh, North Carolina. We just wrapped up. I don't know if we have enough footage to do a whole vlog, but it's lit. So appreciate y'all tapping in. And we about to go back to Greensboro. It's lit. Appreciate y'all. Dreams are real. You create your reality. And boom.